In Orlando, Florida, is the lawyer Joseph Haynes Davis. Joseph, good to see you again. How likely do you think it is it that the judge may make a quick decision about whether this trial can proceed?
Well, you never know with judges and the court, respectfully. I believe, given what has been reported about this agreement, I think one issue that stands out for me is that Florida has jurisdiction according to the agreement and what has been reported about the agreement. And that might mean that, permission would have to be granted to some degree by the jurisdiction that handled the agreement. Now, on the other side, the principle, if you will, of the agreement has now passed on. Mr. Epstein is not alive. The other issue is the quote unquote potential defendants. Well, that's pretty vague when you have an agreement that says that. And this is a prickly issue for the judge in New York. I'm not sure that this agreement would cover the Duke of York because, again, the privity, if you will, is between Mr. Epstein, who is now deceased, and Ms. Giuffre. So we've got some issues here. Only time will tell. Very, very interesting case, though.
Okay, but because it's a civil case, how much does that differ from a criminal case in terms of, let's say it does go ahead? So Prince Andrew would be a defendant in this case. Would you expect, therefore, once the case were to proceed, that Prince Andrew would not set foot in the United States? I mean, let alone appear in the court. And I'm kind of asking because I'm wondering if in a civil case, if a defendant is in the country and is actually technically a national of another nation, which of course Prince Andrew is, and therefore in that nation, the UK, he will be outside of US jurisdiction. Once he appears in the United States, would the court possibly say in a civil case, look, you can't leave the United States because the case has now begun?
Well, I'm not sure that that would be available in a civil matter. It would be obviously in a criminal matter. I can say that if the case proceeds, not that I'm giving the Duke of York any legal advice, I'm just being an analyst here for the great network TRT, but it might be in his personal best interest to agree to some type of settlement if that can be, if that can in fact happen, given the fact that this is moving forward in front of this judge in New York, in the state of New York and in New York City. So he definitely has some issues and some legal problems here. I think that one could argue that this document does in fact not cover him because of what I believe is the jurisdictional issue and the issue of privity. The accuser looks to have a road to move forward, but again, we just don't know until the judge decides.
Joseph Haynes Davis, thank you very much indeed for your time, sir.